thought that was like a, I thought that was like a I like you pad or something.
I love you, Bill. He is mean to me some days, guys, and welcome to a wonderful Monday, a beautiful Monday. It is going to be a fast Monday. We have a lot going on. None more important than me getting you. You are designed to keep me on my toes.
I am?
That's why you're so mean to me, right?
Mean's not the correct word.
No, he's not mean to me, Lois. He's sweet to me most of the time. But he does get me sometimes, and we know that sometimes it upsets y'all. I actually pay him to do this, y'all. So,
She does. So don't blame me.
Don't blame him. Don't blame him. But he is a 99.9% good guy.
Yeah, don't
Good
forget
guy.
that 0.1%.
That's right. Every once in a while, the devil crawls
It's
out.
kind of like that
his.
book we're going to talk about here in a minute.
When godly people do ungodly things, y'all just don't know how appropriate it is to have that book here today, because I've had one wild weekend. I had a great, I guess I do want to use the word great. Had a great Mother's Day, but it was a day, Freddie took me on a day trip. It was absolutely incredible. You would have loved where we went, but we ended up at my Aunt Louise's house. You know, my Aunt Louise passed away. She was my last link to my mom's family, and Aunt Lou, for y'all who've been to the seminar, know that she paid my hospital bill when I was born. So we went to her house. It was hard. I looked at the yards where she'd done all this work, and she took a lot of flowers from my house, and then we'd share flowers, and to think that she, you know, she was traveling, she was enjoying her life, and she died. And dadgummit, she died on me. And then we went up to where Mama lived. Well, that was like a killer, because I remember Mama loved that place, loved it. So we went up there. So I had a sad day, happy, great day. I'm so glad he did that. And he is this kind of guy who just, he doesn't do the big foo-foo stuff. He does the things that matter. And
Foo-foo? What's that?
Foo-foo. You know, when you go buy all that junk that you don't need and that you have to dust and you have to clean up your room later and you don't know where to put that
So
stuff.
he's a simple man.
He is a very simple man with a very kind heart. And we drove somewhere I'd never been, and you've been there, I'm sure, to Woody Gap. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, that's up around
Take
so-and-so.
60.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give y'all this
Around,
trip, and guys, if you want to have a wonderful day with somebody you love, get in your vehicle and go to Blue Ridge and pick up 60, and just follow 60. Don't do anything except follow 60. And let me tell you about it. If you have somebody in the car with you that gets car sick, you might leave them at home, because it is like this. But I'd never taken that trip. There are some beautiful pull-off points. You can't go to the Smokies and see anything any prettier.
No, it's true.
Yeah, and it's like 50 minutes from home.
Especially in October, November.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, and I hate to admit this. I have lived in this area 39 years, and I had never been there. So, boy, did I feel stupid, because we're 50 minutes from home. But it was beautiful, and it was a wonderful day. Ended up at Aunt Lou's house. She lived on Logan's Ridge. Now she lives in heaven. But you go down the ridge, and on both sides of her street, it's just total beauty, mountains and scenery, and it was a great day. It was a sad day. I miss my mom, I miss my granny, I miss my Aunt Lou, I miss my Aunt Betty. They're all gone. They've all gone to heaven. But they left me here to take care of things.
You've outlived all of them, ain't you?
I did. Lord, I'll outlive them all.
Not surprising.
Yeah, and I plan on being 98 and having to be smacked in the head one day and just say, out of here, lady.
That's just a couple of years from now.
I know it is. It is. What did you do for Melissa this weekend?
Well,
something special, I'm sure.
I actually spent time with her is what I did.
See, that means so much.
Yeah, spent Saturday with her, and then yesterday spent some time with my mother. Went to church with her.
And you have one of those mothers that's a really good one.
I do.
A really good one.
And I hate to brag, but I will, because she's the greatest.
She is. She is.
Good role model.
Today we are continuing to honor mothers. I have a mother and daughter team here who did something pretty good together. They both lost some weight together, and they're going to talk a little bit about how they did this. I have another mother here. I did a message on Facebook, and I got a lot of messages back from people who said it is hard for a mom to be here and her child not be here. I have a lot of friends who've lost their children. I have a lot of friends who never had children. I have a lot of friends who Mother's Day looks a little different to them. But I have a friend here on my lowest, downest, hardest, rottenest days, I swear, God is right on time. I always get a positive email from Lucy Harris. Lucy Harris is here today. She is the one woman who can bring me back to reality. She can bring me back to exactly what life is all about. She has withstood more than most, and she's come out smelling like a rose. She brought me a rose, and smiling $1 million smile. So I hope you can be encouraged by Lucy. She didn't get to spend Mother's Day with her son because her son is very busy. He's in heaven directing the troops. So there you go. We're going to have a fast day today, a fun day today. Good morning to Aunt Betty down in Ball Ground. I hope you're doing great. She gets support today, and hopefully that'll give her a little bit of relief. So it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good week.
Today is also National Blood Pressure Day.
It is?
You check your blood pressure.
They couldn't have wanted to check mine this weekend.
Also, just for you now, today is National Clean Up Your Room Day. So I want you to clean up this mess.
Well, look at this mess. We've got all this clutter here. We're going to give all this stuff away today. We're going to give this shirt away today, and we're going to not dare give away. And y'all, if you did not buy your mom this book, shame on you. What is this book called? It's Your Time, Joel Osteen. Let me tell you what he talked about yesterday.
Tell me, I didn't see him.
I have to think about what did he talk about yesterday. My mind just went blank.
You can think about it later.
Can you imagine my mind blank?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can imagine
That would be funny. And I have to say good day to everybody at 88.3 FM in Jasper. I went down there yesterday and had a little bit of time with Nathan. He is the little quiet, shy, bashful guy who is a disc jockey. Now, sometimes disc jockeys are wild and crazy, and he's very quiet, very bashful, very shy. I'm trying to get him out of that mode. Do you think I can do it?
Well, you can, yeah. If anybody
I'm
can.
trying. Yeah. I'm really, really trying because he's very quiet, very unsure of himself, very bashful. I used to be like that.
Yeah, I did too.
I did.
Really did.
We did. And then y'all came into our lives, and you just opened us up and woke us up. So I hope to get Nathan over that because he is a little bit bashful. And I told him, I said, Sunshine, you're just talking to all them people. All you got to do is talk to them. So
they play good old Southern gospel music on the weekends, too.
They do. You know, your group needs to go out there one Sunday morning.
We're going to do that.
Yeah, you need to do that. Because good station, good guys, and it is run by people with disabilities. And it's a nonprofit organization. And
sounds like me and you.
It does. It does. But it is one of those things. It was a great concept, and it is working well. So we encourage you to tune to 88.3 Sunday mornings, and they have a little church, a little music, a little this, a little that. The rest of the week, they have what do they have?
Different kind of stuff. I mean, pop music, rock music, you name it.
Right. Anywhere from Cherie to George Jones. You might hear it all.
I could do without that last one. I mean,
he is not a George Jones fan. But let me tell you what I'm going to get to do. I have front row seats to see Loretta Lynn in 2 weeks.
Again?
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
She's going to get sick and tired of seeing your face over there.
Oh, she's so excited. She's just proud we pay for them tickets. Those front row seats were not cheap. But it is going to be so much fun. We are going to. I'm going to tell you where we're going to see her home, but I'm not going to give you the name. If you can call me at 866-939-2329, you will win a Kubota hat and a Kubota tag. Now, there you go. And for you Tennessee fans, you can pretend it's orange and white instead of orange and black. So.
Hey, is Loretta's place still there after all them floods they had up in that way?
It is. And don't say the word now. Don't do like Cherie used to do when I used to give it away. Call us at 866-939-2329 if you know where. Are we going? We're going to be on the front row at this place. I'm so excited.
Y'all should know she's talking about it every day for the last 2 months.
I can't wait. I got my tickets out and I looked to just make sure they're there. Front row. Can't wait. Today is going to be a busy day. We've got to get going, big boy. We've got to get going. Let's go to our sponsors. Let's go to the weather. Let's go to anything we need to do to clean house. And while we're gone, will you clean all this junk up?
This is your room.
It is my room. Today is Clean Up Your Room Day. Get your kids to clean up your room. For Mother's Day, I always tell Nicholas, don't buy me anything. Please don't buy me anything. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. Just be a good boy. This year, I added some stipulations. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. Just be a good boy that cleans up your room. So I added a little bit of stipulations to this year. Today, the community meal in McKaysville will be happening, and we are not giving up. It will remain at the Nifty 50. That is great news. We were all stressing over it, me especially. Really, really stressing about it because I didn't want something that's worked so well to end. It is not ending. So today, Angela, Dawn, and I will all three be at the community meal today. We are going to come and spend time with y'all. More than that, the food, the fellowship, the fun, we wouldn't miss it. So today is our day at Community Meal in McKaysville. Come and join us. We're going to take a break right now, take care of business. We also, you know, did you ever find that Dr. Kent? Do you know where she is?
She's in LJ somewhere.
I found her, went right down here and hung her right on Maddox Drive, and she's right out there across the street from the tire company, right behind that dollar store. You know where Dr. Kent is. She's a little old bitty thing. She's going to be here with us in just a week or so, and we're going to get to spend some time with her, and you'll get to know this wonderful doctor who has relocated here in LJ. Now we're going to go to everything it takes to take care of business and clean up this mess. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back. Okay, we have got, Bill, tell me who these ladies are. You just picked them up on the way to work, or what's the deal?
No, they actually beat me here.
Okay.
So, yeah. But we have pastor's wife Jane Mock with us, and Karen Thomas.
Okay.
And they're both from Mount Zion Baptist Church in Jasper.
And they're going to talk to us about, what is this book?
Well, this book is about what we just talked about me and you.
When godly people do ungodly things.
Yeah.
Can y'all imagine that?
We're having a summer Bible study for the ladies. They're going to talk about that.
Okay, ladies, talk about it a little bit.
Well, it's a wonderful study by Beth Moore, and it's video-based, and each video session lasts about 35 minutes, and then we'll be having about an hour discussion group afterwards, and it does deal with some of the more difficult aspects of Christian life, how to deal with living in an age of seduction, whether it is has anything to do with sexual seduction or being seduced by the world or just giving up our Christian values and starting that slide down.
Isn't there something in the Bible, lead us not into temptation, because this world has led a lot of people into temptation.
Yes, it has.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yes, it has.
You know, imagine being a 16-year-old today. Don't you think it's much harder than it was for us?
Oh, I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I think about her all the time when some of the things come on television or ads in newspapers, ads in magazines, and it's very difficult.
You know, that's interesting because in my era, 100 years ago, Bill, right, 100 years ago,
A little more than that.
commercials did not show what kids see today. Half the commercials today you want to X out. So why did we do that? Why did we get away from what we knew was
because
right?
it sells.
It
because
sells.
it sells.
Okay, it sells.
Yeah, that is the beginning of letting our morals go, and it is a downhill slide.
And it's all about money and greed.
It's all about greed.
Yeah. Okay, now why are you involved in this?
Well, it's a Bible study that reaches out to the ladies of the community. It's not just intended for our folks at Mount Zion. We want it to be a community setup so that they can all come. We have a morning class and an evening class. It'll be on Thursday mornings and Thursday evenings. What time are we doing the morning?
The morning class is at 10 o'clock, the evening class is at 7, and if anyone wants to take the course, they can call the church office at 706-692-6315 and register for the course. And it's I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Is it informative and easy at the same time?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
That's important.
Yeah, it's workbook based, and so you will see a video, and then you'll go home and do 5 days of homework, and it's basically just fill in the blank, but it's provocative. It will make you think. It'll make you stop and think, why am I doing what I'm doing?
Right.
And where is this going to lead me?
Right.
And just to kind of get our guard up a little bit so we don't get sucked into some of the stuff.
Well, I don't know if you know it, but tomorrow's election day. And we have the opportunity as Christians, we can vote to make changes.
Yes.
We can vote to make changes, and I think that's important too.
It is very important.
Yeah, because if you're not happy with what you're seeing on television and what your children are bringing home, they can pick up in a newsstand anywhere. And you know, used to they hid the trash behind the counter. Now the trash is out there to sell.
out front.
So
It's in your face.
It's a different,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I think by voting tomorrow, I think it would be a great thing that we all had a time of prayer before we did that.
Absolutely.
Last week at the courthouse in Jasper, we had a day of prayer.
Right.
And it was wonderful. There were a couple hundred people that
I
turned
saw
out.
that, and I said, why do I not have my camera while I'm sitting here watching this? Where's my camera? Well, it was at the office, of course. But I was happy to see that, and a good turnout.
We are
good
definitely
turnout.
a country that is in need of prayer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when does y'all's Bible study actually start?
We start on May 27th and we run through July 8th. It's only 7 weeks.
Okay.
So we'll be looking forward to having anyone and everyone that is interested in coming to take it and just become stronger Christians. It's easy to wear the tag, to wear the name, but it's difficult sometimes to actually perform the duties of a Christian.
And the church has a website too. You want to go ahead and give that so that people can get directions off of it?
Yes, it's mountzionjasper.org.
And for some people, not everyone has a computer, young man.
True.
For some people who don't have a computer, listen, this is so simple. Go to downtown Jasper, hang your left, go out Old Highway 5, 2 miles on the right, the big old church on the hill, across from R&R Records, really easy to find. Was that pretty good directions?
That was very good.
Now the other directions, if you're at Annie's having lunch, get in your car and head back to Jasper, and there it is. So there you go.
They also have a clip they wanted to show this morning. It's about a 1-minute clip. It talks about this Bible study.
Can we do that?
Sure,
okay.
that'd be wonderful.
Have you got your clip set up?
It's all set up.
Let's go, Adam.
Is the best of days and the worst of days so far. The outpouring of the Holy Spirit, lay people wanting to know how to draw the sword of the Spirit, awesome days for the church, but is also a time of unparalleled assault. Many are falling to the seduction of the evil one in our day. There are many different kinds of seduction that have absolutely nothing to do with sexual seduction. There is relational seduction that does not include any area of sexuality. There is relational that has nothing to do with people. It has to do with things, with power perhaps, with money, with seeking a high. There are all sorts of ways that seduction comes. What the enemy is looking for is how it fits us in such a way that he can get us with a curveball. And that's what I always think, that warfare is hardball, but seduction is curveball. Revelation 12:12 tells us he's furious because he knows his time is short. Many are being caught off guard. That's why we have the problem that we have. Because we are the blessed, chosen, covenant children of the Almighty Maker of heaven and of earth. That's what this study is all about. When godly people do ungodly things, we talk about the precepts of seduction, what it means. We also talk about how to fortify our lives against it so we will not fall to the attack. Then there's a way home for the prodigal. This study is important to me. I think it's important to the church. I hope so much you'll come along.
We're back. Okay, ladies, that sounded interesting. I hope we have enticed someone.
I hope so.
In the right way. Entice someone to come and join with you and learn a little bit about what it's like to live a Christian life in today's world of a not such a Christian world, is it?
Not too much anymore.
Yeah,
not too much anymore. And it's so easy to get into the idea of judging other people. And I'm happy to say that we serve a God of second chances.
That's right.
And He
Yes.
is always there with open arms to receive
That's
us
right.
and take us back into His fold. And just looking forward to sharing that with people in this Bible study.
Well, I hope you've encouraged folks. And again, it starts on May 27th.
May 27th at
Okay.
10 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
Okay. And we've given them directions, and if they have a website, they can go to the website. Now, again, what's the church phone number?
706-692-6315.
Okay. Now, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, you're going to meet two ladies. If they'd been on here about a month ago, there would have been about 90 pounds more of them, because together they have combined in losing over 90 pounds in just a few months by doing something that I haven't tried. Everybody keeps saying, how are you losing weight, how are you losing weight? We're going to share a little bit about what you do that works for you, and that's what it's all about. Find something that works for you. Our boss here is doing something that he calls, I want to say the idiot diet, but it's insanity. It's called insanity, not idiots. But everybody has a little gig going on now, trying to lose weight, trying to feel better, trying to do better. And you're going to meet two ladies who have dropped over 90 pounds. They won, I don't know how they did it, but they're going to share that with us. We'll be back in just a minute. Okie dokie. That was a good.
Soon I'll set sail for my new home just over the river. I will not have to make this homeward journey alone. Jesus will be with me, I know He'll safely deliver. For He has said He'd not forsake His loved and His own. Will guide me over the crossing, calming the wind and angry waves that over me roll. Though lightning may flash and Jesus will speak sweet peace to my soul. There is a light that's guiding me to the portals of glory, leading me through the storms of life, whatever betide. Soon I shall anchor safe at last, oh wonderful story. Won't it be grand to live up there on life's other side? Oh yes, I believe that Jesus will guide me over the crossing, calming the wind and angry waves that over me roll. Though lightning may flash and thunder may roll, my ship may be tossing, I will not fear, for Jesus will speak sweet peace to my soul. Soon I'll set sail for my new home just over the river. I will not have to make this homeward journey alone. Jesus will be with me, I know he'll safely deliver, for he has said he'd not forsake.
We're back. Okay, a leaner, a meaner, a leaner, and a leaner. Everybody asks when you're losing weight, how are you losing weight? How did you lose weight?
I just count calories, trying to eat 1,000 or less a day.
Counting calories. Let him be honest. He's also chasing Melissa around, trying to
True.
make her work like a slave because she works for him. Yeah. And I did
work
it by
for her.
just adjusting the way I was eating. I don't do the fried foods much, and I don't do breads, and I try to stay away from desserts. A lot of turnip greens, a lot of coleslaw. You can see it in my face. I got green, and you know, I did that. Now, ladies, you did something that won you a contest. It took you to Texas.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about the contest, Sue.
Okay, on December the 16th, we were called by this company and asked us would we do a study. So we decided we wanted to both lose weight and get thinner. So we decided we would do this contest. So we started, the first week, we started doing our shakes and things that they gave us to
Now,
do it with.
shakes make me nervous because I'm always afraid I'll get hungry afterwards, and you've already had the calorie. How did that work for y'all?
Yes, it worked well.
Yeah, yeah.
The shake, we drank it at 8 o'clock in the morning. We had a contest going on because we wanted to be the biggest losers and get the incentives of it. So we just decided we'd just work between the two of us and we'd do it.
She did better than you did.
Not at the contest, but she's
Okay.
passed me now.
Okay, she's past you.
She's passed me now because at the contest, I was the biggest loser out of 83 people.
Okay.
And
And
we
at that point in time, what had you lost?
42 pounds.
42 pounds, okay.
And I've kept since then, I've just lost 6 more.
Well, and you don't need to lose any more. Now, Tanya, you've lost a total of 52?
Yes, ma'am.
So together, y'all have lost 100 pounds.
Right.
So 100 pounds less of you sitting here than last time I saw
That's a
you.
whole new woman.
That's a whole new woman. That's a whole new woman. Y'all could have taken all that flab and just molded it into whatever you wanted it to be.
Right.
Now, is what you're doing livable? Because most people, I joined, and I guess I shouldn't say the name, I joined the program, spent $330, lost 9 pounds. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me, and the doctor kept saying, you're not eating enough, you're not eating enough. I said, good Lord, Bubba, I'm eating 5 times a day. I can't eat anymore. But it didn't work for me. Then I started doing something on my own that did work for me. I don't do a plan, I don't do a program. Is what you're doing livable? Can you live with it the rest of your life?
Yes, and it's not a plan. It's just, it's a meal.
Okay.
You get you drink this twice a day, and it's a meal supplement, and it's got all the proteins and vitamins in it that your body needs to work.
Well, I was going to tell you, the one thing I did to myself when I started losing weight, I lost a lot of my hair. And for y'all who didn't notice and don't do my hair, there's a whole lot less of it than there used to be. My nails started chipping and cracking because I wasn't getting enough of a lot of things. Obviously, you are, because your hair's thick as it can be. Y'all haven't had any problems like I have.
Right.
Now,
You know your diet cost you $36.60 a pound?
it did?
I just did the math.
I know that one that
$36 a pound.
oh, you're telling me I didn't
Not very
stay with
cost
that
efficient.
plan because it didn't work for me. Now, it has to work or you won't stick with it.
Right.
Now, after you went to Texas, tell me what y'all won for going. First of all, you got a free trip, didn't you?
Yes, we got a free trip to Mexico, and we won some cash to spend on our trip.
Have you done your trip yet?
No.
No, okay. Well, out of the other people who were losing weight, how far ahead of them were you?
We had them that did 38, not far, because everyone that did the program at least lost a maximum of 20 pounds.
Well, that's awesome. And what time frame were y'all in?
90 days.
90 days.
90 days to lean.
Wow, that's pretty good. 90 days to lean.
So it's still not appropriate for me to ask a woman's weight then, right?
Don't you dare, don't
Well,
you?
they're on the-
Lois, I'm hitting him, I'm hitting him.
We don't really care to tell
No,
you.
we
because
don't discuss their weight. No.
We don't care because we're happy about it.
Yeah, you are happy about it. Now, sizes, did you have to buy new clothes?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you get a whole new wardrobe out of this deal too.
After she's through, she says, I'm not buying any until I'm through.
What's your goal? How much more do you want to lose?
Another 25 pounds.
25 pounds, okay. And that'll be doable because you've really and truly only been in it now about, 120 days or so?
Right.
Great.
Okay. So in about 6 to 7 months, you will have reached your goal. That's awesome. That is awesome. Now, can we give folks your website, how to get in touch with you if they want to ask questions about this?
Mine is discoverylimu.com.
Okay, and do you have a phone number they could call?
706-633-0167.
Okay, and you can see a leaner, meaner Sue Taylor right there. You go. And Tanya, good job. That's 100 pounds between you, and you won. That's the cool thing. You know, you don't want to get within a pound of there and not win. So,
No.
The winners, congratulations. Right now, we're going to give away this, what do you call this? It's a water bottle that you could hook on whatever, if you're riding bicycles, hiking, whatever. And we're going to give this away, and it keeps it hot or cold.
Right.
And this is from the company that you've been dealing with. We're going to give this away if you can tell me. Last week, I went to an orchard here in Gilmer County, and I made the world's finest strawberry cobbler. If you can tell me the orchard I might have visited out on Highway 52 here in Gilmer County, you will win this bottle that will keep your drinks hot or cold. Compliments of Sue. There you go. 866-939-2329. When we come back, we're going to talk to somebody who may work at this orchard. We may talk to 3 people who work at this orchard. Well, 2 who work and 1 who eats. We'll see. We'll be back in just a minute.
John saw a city that could not be hid.
John saw the city.
Oh, yes, he did.
Well, this makes pure sense. We talked about dieting, we talked
Yeah.
about counting calories, and then the fried pies walked in the
Boy, oh
house.
boy.
Now, how, is that being stupid or
I've ate my
not?
share of these right here the last week or so.
Well, strawberries from Gilmer County. Guys, this is so cool that we don't have to go buy strawberries imported from Florida, imported from California. You're growing them right here in Ellijay, Georgia. Now, Andy, what came up with this idea? Whose brainstorm was this?
Well, I've been fooling with it for 4 or 5 years and experimenting, seeing what we do. And so this is the first year that we've had a big plant, and we got a
And
little
I'm
over.
going to say your berries were as big as California strawberries. Give him one.
He got one.
But-
He wants that pie. Is what he
Oh,
wants.
well, give him the pie, Lord, give him the pie. But your berries truly were the big ones. Now, what's the name of the ones that were so big?
That variety is called Camaroso,
Okay.
and I grow 3 different varieties: Sweet Charlie, Camaroso, and Chandler.
And Jennifer, is it Sweet Charlie we made the cobbler out of? Oh my gosh! Now, do you want to talk about how easy that cobbler was?
It was very, very easy and very good.
Very easy and very good. And you start with a fresh, firm strawberry, because basically the strawberry turns to mush. In the cooking process, the strawberry kind of dissolves, but the flavor's there, and you have the vitamins. Now, what about strawberries? What kind of vitamins are in them?
My understanding, strawberries are very, very full of vitamins, very
And
healthy.
antioxidants?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
And they're just a good all-around fruit. That,
What about making a smoothie out of those? Do y'all sell smoothies made out of strawberries at the store?
Yes, we do. We use strawberries, and sometimes we put bananas in with them and make the smoothies. And
Cream cheese is good with it too.
Oh, yeah. Look, here we go. We're counting calories, and Goofy over here is adding calories to
Or
it.
whipped cream. Yeah.
Now, what's the time frame that people can go to R&A Orchards and buy strawberries?
Well, right now, we of course we're open every day, and we've got fresh. We're picking strawberries fresh every day, and we're hoping to have them all through this month and into part of June, depending on the weather and how they bear out. But
And is the next fruit you'll have peaches?
yes, ma'am, we'll be
Okay.
picking peaches the end of this month.
And what kind of peaches? What varieties this year? At least how many varieties?
We grow there on our farm. We grow about 38 different varieties of
Wow.
peaches from June to Labor Day.
Wow, wow,
There's that
wow.
many varieties.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I went out, remember, 2.5 years ago, I guess. We went out and took pictures, and to me, the most beautiful sight are those peaches on the trees. So pretty. So pretty. Now, we've got to talk about this young man, because he's a miracle baby. He was one of these babies we thought a boy would never come along. And here he is. Here he is, little Mr. Futch. Are you tearing Mom's mic up? Uh-oh. Jacob has a world not like many children. He is allowed to play on the tractors, be at the farm with Mom and Dad. He's got it made. He's got it made. He's got it made.
He does right now.
And the one thing I saw he likes to eat, doesn't he, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Yes.
He ate probably a dozen strawberries while I was there making the cobbler. We want to give people the cobbler recipe, and we have some footage that's not edited yet, but we're going to show that at the end of this week. We basically took a Pyrex dish and we washed the strawberries, and if they were big ones, we cut them in half. If not, we just put whole strawberries in there. Poured a 20-ounce Sprite over them. The only sugar in the recipe, other than the crust, is a Sprite. So, and did Jennifer tell you where I got the idea for this recipe?
No, I was too busy eating.
Have you ever seen the movie Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
Where Richard Gere tells her to have a strawberry with champagne because the champagne accentuates the taste of the strawberry. Sprite does the same thing. The Sprite and the sweetness, brings out the strawberry.
That's interesting.
And so you can use a sugar-free Sprite, or you can use a 7-Up, or, just whatever you want to do that adds that little kick to it. And it is really a great, great, simple recipe. Did you print some cards so people can get that recipe? Because you buy your strawberries, you buy a 20-ounce Sprite, and then you have to have sugar, butter, and flour. That's it. That's it. And the whole recipe is simple.
Sounds delicious.
And this week we will show you that. Now, Andy, did you do blueberries this year?
A big one.
We do have blueberries.
When will they be? And I know that's another good antioxidant.
That's in mid to end of July, 1st of August, we'll be having blueberries.
And for folks who haven't had a muscadine smoothie, You have those all the time, don't you? Yeah. Muscadine and apple, is that right?
We have muscadine, peach, apple, and of course strawberry.
And Jennifer, what day is chicken and dumpling day? Those look so good.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Show up at RNA Orchards, pick yourself up some strawberries, go home and make my simple recipe. But before you leave RNA, sit down and eat you about 2 big old bowls of them dumplings. Now, something else y'all make too there, you make homemade slaw. You make homemade slaw. So they could get a container of slaw and a container of dumplings if they're coming up staying in a cabin, and then you've got a meal there. Make yourself a strawberry cobbler. Simple, simple, simple.
Where's your napkins at?
Are you making a mess? Here's some toilet paper. Just wipe your mouth. Good Lord. He's as bad as Jacob. He eats all the time.
Those are
He
good.
eats all the time. Now, I also showed you how I make biscuits, and we want to talk about the different jellies y'all offer. If people, look at you, if they come into the area and they want to do a gift basket, couldn't they show up at RNA and in 10 minutes make a beautiful gift basket?
Yes, we do gift baskets.
Well, this
Sure
is
do.
wedding season, and what better to give a new bride than jellies, you know, something to put in her pantry. Andy, talk about the jellies you do.
We've got a wide variety of jelly. Of course, you know, apple to strawberry, blueberry, raspberry.
Muscadine's the one
Muscadine,
I
Scuppidine. We've got, of course, a wide variety of jams, preserves, relishes.
Do you have pear preserves?
Yes, we do.
Love pear preserves. Look at that. The garbage disposal is here. He loves strawberries. Yay. That's a good commercial. That's a good commercial.
Yeah.
Well, it was a simple recipe and something that anybody can do. And that's one of the things we encourage people. Stop at your local markets, do something simple, go up and hang out at the cabin and enjoy this area. Don't go stressing out. And don't make it hard. And when I told Jennifer we were going to make a cobbler, I think she's like, oh, this is going to be hard. It was so simple. We did it in 5 minutes.
Well, it
so.
was good.
Thank
It was
you.
very
Thank
good.
you. Well, we want to encourage people to check out RNA Orchards. Can you give folks directions to your place?
We're 4.5 miles out 52 East on the left out of LJ.
Right, right. And if you get out there and you have nothing to do, you can stay and babysit because Jacob's always walking around and needs somebody to pay a little bit of attention to it. There you go. Well, thank you very much for coming to be with us
Thank you
today.
for having
Thank
us.
you for the berries. And
Oh, yeah.
can we give these away? Is
Yes,
that
you
okay?
can. Sure
Okay.
can.
For
You
the
just
first
did.
person to call me at 866-939-2329 and tell me the name of my cooking show that features this recipe on my website, you will win one of the containers. Separate that so they know we're going to do two contests. There you go. And if you can tell me also a question about
This one's a little lighter than that one.
cooking, what is my
Better make
most
'em even.
famous cobbler? I made it for 400 people, and we've talked about it a lot. If you know my cooking, you will know that this is my favorite cobbler. Strawberry's not my favorite. This one is, and I have made it for 400 people at one time. It is a little kick to it, has a little brown sugar in it. Now call me at 866-939-2329. If you've ever looked at my website, you know that is the cobbler of choice when it's at my house.
Those are yummy.
There you go. We're going to give these strawberries to you. We have a winner on the first one. And
better
wait for
hurry
the
up
winner
before
on
I
the
eat 'em.
second one. There you go. Bill's going to eat them. You want to show that strawberry pie? You want to break that in half? I know it's got some calorie content you probably
Yes,
won't want, but
yeah, I'm sure
let's
it
show them
does.
what the berries look like inside. Nathan, can we get a close-up of that? This is made fresh every day at RNA Orchards. Jennifer, how many types of pies do you have?
We have 11 or 12.
Peach cobbler, my world famous peach cobbler.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you a secret about that peach cobbler. I do not use fresh peaches. But it is the
I think I helped you make that one time on your
I put it up
show.
against anybody. It is the best peach cobbler in the world. And when I used to make it at Woodbridge Inn, people would say, do you use dried peaches? This has a different flavor. It's because I only use brown sugar. And the brown sugar brings out the peaches. So there you go. Thank you for calling in. No, it's got calories in it. That ain't no turnip greens. I want turnip greens.
It's good stuff, though.
I don't eat that
It's
junk.
natural.
I eat turnip greens. Do you bring me any greens? Are y'all growing greens?
we'll
Oh,
have-
good. Well, next trip, bring me greens.
We'll have turnip greens this fall.
Okay, there you go. Thanks for being here today, guys.
Thank you for having
Bye,
us.
sweet boy. Bye. We're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we're going to have my guest that grounds me, focuses me, makes me a better me, and brings me out of any kind of depression I ever sink into. Lucy Harris can bring me back to life. You will meet my favorite mom ever, Miss Lucy Harris. It is the day after Mother's Day. This boy has not quit eating. We have two more wonderful containers of strawberries to give away, and I have a great question. When I sent you an email the other day and told you I needed a Lucy fix. Sometimes I just need a Lucy fix. Sometimes I need your positive, pumped up, really cool attitude. If you can call me and tell me a commercial that Lucy Harris has been on lately. She drives a black, really souped up car, and I think you may have seen her in this commercial. Call us at 866-939-2329 And you too will win a container of these gorgeous strawberries from R&A Orchards.
You were in the Smokey and the Bandit commercial?
No.
I think it might have been something
You
like
could have
that.
done like Sally Fielder. I see you in a car changing clothes, throwing the wedding gown out the window. I see you doing that.
It was really funny. I was at Walmart the other day, and a guy I didn't know, just stopped dead in his tracks, and he looked at me and he said, You're on TV. You know? Oh,
Yes,
no, he
I
said,
am.
I saw you in a commercial.
Now, you brought somebody with you who has been instrumental in helping the dealer where you hang out, and we still can't say his name yet, do something for the soldiers. Miss Crystal she learned from you to make these little, are they toboggans? Is it a toboggan?
That's what we call them, boggans. Boggans for the troops.
And
Yeah.
Betty Gibbs won. She knew. And Betty, honey, you got to drive down here and pick these up because, no, I will bring them to you at community meal. There you go.
And the answer was?
And the answer was Ronnie Thompson Ford, because you are standing in front of your black Mustang.
Called the Night Train for
That's
Noah
right.
Harris.
That's
he
right.
was called the Night Train in high school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Mother's Day is a little different for you.
It is. It's really different.
It is a little different for you.
Different.
Yeah.
I related to what you were talking about, visiting your past. I spend a lot more time visiting my past than I ever had, imagined that I would.
Right.
And I have to say, it's a really good thing. It's not a bad thing.
No. You know, I said that's funny. When we got to Aunt Louise's house, I teared up, and I thought, I'm going to lose it right here. And then I thought, man, look at this beautiful yard and all the work she put into this yard, and how wonderful that I could come back to that. And I could remember her, and so you've grounded me, you've focused me.
I've such a wonderful life. I mean, the beginning of my life, I always landed on my feet. I really had ups and downs. I was very positive, though, about America, and I had a kind of a faith in God that sustained me. But it wasn't really until Noah was born that I just recognized immediately that, I don't know, I guess I feel like I'm a guest in the house of the Lord, and that he gave me this amazing gift, a child. Rick and I both felt that way, and we just, it has improved my walk in life in every single way, because I feel so connected to everything that's beautiful, and we live in this great country of America, and up in the North Georgia mountains in a community that supports the values like you were talking about, that make us whole, that make us healthy, that give us the opportunity to be of good cheer. And I think that's the big choice. And I just had a fabulous weekend too. I went to my very first ceremonial bris, because the hairy dog for the University of Georgia, who was the hairy dog when Noah was captain of the cheerleaders, just had his first child, and they don't name the child till the child is born. And he named his child Noah.
Oh, wow.
For Noah.
Wow.
Now, see, that makes me tear up, but it's not sadness, it's joy.
Yeah, they're happy tears.
Yeah. So Noah will live on in a new child. That is
amazing. Well,
amazing.
and we didn't really know about it. He keeps in touch with us, but I hadn't seen him in about a year and a half. I met his wife when they were married, and I didn't even know they were pregnant. And so the next thing I know, he's saying, Noah's here. And his family didn't even really know that he was going to name him Noah. So they have this ceremony where they announced the name. I mean, we went to a place in Atlanta, their home, and it was just full of people who were singing the traditional songs, from the smallest children to all the grandparents were there, and they treated us as honored guests.
Wow.
I mean, that is really how I feel about this life.
And what an impression your young son made on him, for him to do
goodness.
this. You think about that.
It was beautiful, and he stood up and talked, and again, that probably made me tear up, because the entire time he was wiping his eyes, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house, but it was such joy and hope for the future. It was an amazing event that I will never forget. It was beautiful.
So it made you a very special Mother's Day. Very special
awesome.
Mother's Day.
Really awesome.
Now, you brought a guest that you have been mothering a little bit. You've been mothering Miss Crystal just a little bit.
I think it might be the other way around. I don't know who takes care of who, right?
Now, was Miss Crystal a student of yours in school? Is that how
She
you met?
was.
Okay.
She was.
And you began to develop a relationship. And Crystal, what have you taught Miss Lucy?
I think she's taught me more than I've taught her.
With the very first day we met, Crystal tells a story that I didn't even notice the first day we met. That just cracks me up.
Which one? Oh, the I laugh about it now. It was really embarrassing then, though.
I'm always embarrassing her.
The first day we met, we were having open house at the high school, where all the kids go and they meet their teachers and blah blah blah.
Some you like, some you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I walk into her classroom, and she shows me where I'm going to sit the next day and everything, and I shake hands, and I said, well, it's nice to meet you. And she said, nice to meet, excuse me, shake my hand. And I said, well, I thought I did. And she said, no, 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 no.
So she wanted you an affirmative handshake.
There we go. Yeah.
She wanted me to literally shake hands.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right. That's right. And get to know her. Now, over the past few
That
years,
was a good shake.
Yeah, you've gotten to know her very well, haven't you, Crystal?
Very well.
What kind of things do the two of you share? Music.
Music is one
Well,
of them.
I listen.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She's an amazing singer.
What about poetry? Do you ever write poetry?
No, I don't.
I bet Miss Lucy could write some poems. She could write a poem about Crystal. I bet she could. How would you describe Crystal if you were writing about Crystal?
Well,
Tell people what you see in her.
we have had just a little writing adventure this year because we share a lot of things, and I think when we got reconnected one day, I had, for some reason, just said, I've got to call Crystal. Well, she was in a bad car accident, and it was at a time when I was still kind of out of it, just retired, maybe writing the book. So I went to see her one time, one time when she had the accident, but I always said, I've got to get back in touch with Crystal because she and I just had the instant connection. And one day I needed to call somebody, and I thought it was going to be a really tough call. And it just popped into my head, well, I'll just call Crystal first and she'll cheer me up. So I called her and said, Crystal, this is me. And she said, this is funny.
Well, the first thing out of my mouth was, well, hi, how are you? And she said, well, I'm good. And she asked me, the next question was, well, what are you doing? And I kind of paused for a second, and I said, well, I'm in the shower.
I said, well, okay, I'll call you back. But I just needed to hear her voice, so I went on and made a call. That was really difficult. It's hard to explain why, but I didn't think I would be able to get the words out, but I was able to, just from hearing her voice. So then I called her back, and we had a nice chat, and we just hang out.
Good for both of you. It's good for both of you.
Yeah.
Now, because it was Mother's Day, I saw some pictures of Noah. Was it Ashley, his fiance?
Right.
Does she keep in touch with you?
Yes, I haven't heard from her for a while, and when I say a while, just a couple of months. She's really busy with a new job, and Rick and I are just always trying to encourage her to feel like she's free of us. You know, she really has to go on with her life. But we have such a strong friendship in the family that she and her mother, her mother and I communicate weekly. We're email buddies, and
because in
she comes up to
reality,
visit
her life changed almost as drastically as yours. You had him before. She was going to have him after. You know, hers was going to be the life with him, to build a life. You built a life with him, and then he was gone. She was building a life. What is it like, do you think, for her?
She is just an amazing, amazing young person. I mean, Noah said, he always said, I
She
really
had to be
love her 'cause
special.
she's
She had to be so
beautiful,
special.
and she's funny, and she's wicked smart. He always had little accents that he played with. And she is really a person who is a constitutional scholar, just interested in everything. And I think that she was kind of floundering for a while because she didn't have a big enough challenge in her life. But she, as a business major, she graduated as a business major, and when she was accepted by Boston Scientific as the person who goes into, the way I can explain it, she goes into the surgery when the cardiac surgeon, she's in there in scrubs, looking at this big monitor, explaining to the cardiac surgeon, well, that wire needs to go there.
Oh, wow.
And
no responsibility.
And she said she walked into the very first class after they accepted her, and the teacher talked for a half an hour, and she knew she was over her head because she didn't understand anything that was said.
Wow.
But she said, I went back to my room and I knew I could study, I could learn it. And she graduated just about in the top of her class. She got 100.
So Noah was right. She is really wicked smart.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And she's so funny and a great person, just really busy with life, full of life.
So obviously Noah had good taste. Noah had good taste.
Oh yeah. Loved his life.
Now, what are you and Rick doing to stay busy? I know the book was the big thing, and how many books did you sell? Are you out of books? Can people still buy the books? It's a great Father's Day gift. Father's Day is going to be here before we know it. It's a great gift to give somebody you love. Where are the books available?
They're at the Book Nook still, and we have a website, simply-american.com. Don't forget the dash, and you can contact us there. And we still are sending books all over the place. People are contact us. I put a book in the mail to, Colorado, thinking Utah. There's like a run of books going up into the New York City area. I don't know why that happens, but just like one person will tell another person.
Who tells somebody, and that's all it takes.
Yeah. And we're just committed to doing that. And there are people here who have helped us to give the books to students and wounded warriors, and we're still doing that, of course. If someone contacts us and says, well, I really need a copy of the book to give to someone, we make sure that they get it, But other than that, Rick and I are just spoiled rotten. We're having a wonderful life. I like to dig, and he's writing another book, which I'm helping him with. It's requiring lots and lots of work, a lot of study. And we're also, I don't know, do you know what those bruises are from right there?
No.
We're learning how to shoot longbow, which is really fun. We have set up targets in the yard, so we almost have like not a golf course, but an archery course, and we challenge each other. He's a lot better than I am because,
Strength,
I'm only going to shoot. Well, I have my own bow. I couldn't even begin to pull his bow back. No chicken wing muscles back there, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, another thing you're very active in, and we have to get people pumped up again to get packages ready to send to soldiers. Memorial Day, we're coming right on top of Memorial Day. It is a time to reflect and think about the people who are doing for us or have done for us, and we need to get back with it. So now, you said the easiest thing to do is people just pick up a few things when they're shopping, a few extra things that you can put in boxes and go to the soldiers. But for 8 hours, you sat and hand wrote every package that leaves Ronnie Thompson Ford. Is it in triplicate or?
Well, we fill out the label, and then you have to fill out, I guess, what's called a packing slip that gives all the information so that they know basically what the contents are. Right. Now, so people. And that takes a while. Each one has to be filled out, 2 addresses, and
time consuming.
Also, if you have the name of a soldier, a local soldier, or someone in Georgia. We try to stay in Georgia, but it doesn't really matter if you have a grandson or someone that who's in another state and really needs a lift. I think it's pretty interesting anywhere in Afghanistan or Iraq when one of our soldiers gets like I don't know, 30 boxes. And
That's
they
awesome.
share them with
Yeah.
everybody. And that's a good thing. We're still stick a Beanie Baby or two in each one
Right.
and, you know, continue that.
Now, Noah's saying, I do what I can.
Right.
And you continue that every single day. You do what you can.
yeah.
You do what you can. Each and every one of us can do something very simple for somebody else. Crystal brought me a gift today that she's going to give me, but she's also going to give the rest of our audience. She's going to sing me a song. I have said for many years, when you get to our age, you don't need no stuff. You know, the
Not
stuff,
really,
you just
no.
don't need
That's
stuff, but the little things mean so much. So we're going to take a break right now, and we're going to set up for Crystal to sing my Mother's Day gift to me from her. And then we're going to bring them back on and talk to them a little bit more, and we're going to encourage you to be a Lucy Harris, be a positive force, be a light in someone's eye, be a shining, you are a shining example to so many, You are my choice of Mother of the Year. You and Shirley Singleton were tied, and I just said, you know what, you have to be the one every time I need a lift. You lift me. Thank you very, very much.
It works both ways,
It does.
lady.
It does. Thank you. Well, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to set Crystal up to bring me my Mother's Day gift. She's going to sing for me. Crystal, what's the song you chose?
He knows my name.
He knows my name. Guarantee you he knows my name. We'll be back in just a minute.
In the valley, sorrow runs deep. The river stands still as they lay him to sleep. And the twin fiddles play, and the whippoorwill sings. All the angels in heaven whisper his name as tears fall on the meadow like morning dew. The bluegrass has never been so blue. Oh, the bluegrass has never been so blue. For that boy from Kentucky, the whole world will mourn as that wayfaring stranger reaches that distant shore. All his disciples pay their respects to the music he made and the legacy he left. And the twin fiddles play, and the whippoorwill sings. All the angels in heaven whisper his name as tears fall on the meadow like morning dew. The bluegrass has never been so blue. Oh, the bluegrass has never been so blue. No, there'll never be another to feel his shoes. The bluegrass has never been so blue. Oh, the bluegrass has never been so blue.
Love you, Crystal.
Love you, Crystal. Okay, right now, you're going to get to enjoy my Mother's Day gift. You know, I tell the kids all the time, I don't want anything, I don't need anything, but I really needed this today. I needed Lucy Harris here, I needed Crystal here. sit back and enjoy Miss Crystal Hall singing My Mother's Day Gift.
Counts the stars, one and all. He knows how much sand is on the shores. He sees every sparrow that falls. He made the mountains and the seas. He's in control of everything, of all creatures great and small. And he knows my name, every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry. He knows my name when I'm overwhelmed by the pain, can't see the light of day. I know I'll be just fine, 'cause he knows my name. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I can't tell you what's in store. I don't know a lot of things. I don't have all the answers to the questions of life, but I know in whom I have believed. And he knows my name, every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry. He knows my name when I'm overwhelmed by the pain, can't see the light of day. I know I'll be just fine, 'cause he knows my name. He knew who I was when he carried my cross, knew that I would fail him, but he took the loss. He knows my name, every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry. He knows my name, and I'm overwhelmed by the pain, can't see the light of day. I know I'll be just fine, 'cause he knows my name, every step that I take, every move that I make, every tear that I cry. He knows my name, and I'm overwhelmed by the pain, can't see the light of day. I know I'll be just fine, 'cause he knows my
I love the kind of gifts that are never wasted. What a treasure, what a treasure. And to share it with our audience, I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to take a quick break in order to get Crystal back over here with us, so y'all hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. Let's go to, maybe the obits are ready, I'm not sure. But you know, I want to say something about the obits this week. There's a man that I absolutely loved to death who passed away this weekend. You will learn quickly, we are not guaranteed tomorrow. Glenn Anderson will be laid to rest tomorrow. He is a wonderful man from the Tate community. Tate, you lost a good one. He was a sweetheart. I've known him for many, many years and treasured his friendship. And it's one of those things. He was here today and gone tomorrow. So remember that as you treat people the way you treat them, know that you may not have an opportunity to change something. So Glenn was a great, great guy. And I can't believe he's gone. But anyway, I've got to go to the funeral home, want to leave here, and I dread it. But it is one of those things, we are not guaranteed tomorrow. try to make a difference in somebody's life like Lucy Harris has made a difference in my life. Right now we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute with Crystal and Lucy.
You saved your money, boy, bought you some shoes. The highway called and you heard its cue. I know you thought you had to be, but now you're leaving on a one-way street. It's a hard, hard lesson, but you're gonna have to learn it. It's a long, cold swim up against the current. Somewhere down the line, you're gonna have to turn it around. Boy, right now you're nowhere bound. Her words still echo in your mind, but fade away as you cross the county line, running from trouble or from the truth. It doesn't matter either way, you lose. It's a hard, hard lesson, but you're gonna have to learn it. It's a long, cold swim up against the current. Somewhere down the line, you're gonna have to turn it around. Boy, right now you're nowhere bound. Well, you walked 10 miles just to make new tracks, but you turn around and find that it's
We're back. Thank you, Crystal. That was a great Mother's Day gift.
Yes, it
Thank you,
was.
thank you, thank you. Now, I gave you a picture of a man who I love to hear sing, Aaron Tippin,
Oh,
and I
thank you.
told you, oh, not you. I
Oh.
gave her a picture of you for target practice.
Oh.
Now, Crystal, if you, the way we'll do it is we'll put Bill's picture on a wall, and because you can't see that picture, we will put a little box on it that talks to you, and you can take darts and throw it at it, right? So we'll do Bill making wisecracks about me. But I wanted to share somebody. I love music of any kind, but I can't sing, have no talent at all.
Me either.
It's true.
But you came up with this talent, young lady. Did you just wake up one morning and decide you were going to sing on TV?
No, I did not.
What happened?
This lady right here,
Did she encourage you just a little bit?
she told me a little bit about you.
Uh-huh.
And her first words were, I want to email her and I want you to go on there and sing. And my response was, what?
Are you crazy, Lucy Harris?
She knows that. But she also listens to you every day now.
she?
Yeah.
Good.
Poor thing.
Good. Now, I
Well,
can't-
you're on there too.
Yeah, you're on there too. I can't sing.
I watch her put up with you all the time.
Wow.
That's right. That's right. See, I knew Crystal was on my side. That's why I
She's
gave her
pretty
that
smart,
picture to
isn't
throw
she?
darts at. I gave you a picture of Aaron Tippin because he's one of these guys I really, really like. Is there anybody, since you've been listening to music and you've been learning to sing, is there anybody that really, really impressed you?
Oh gosh, I could talk all day about that. There's quite a few people who have impressed me.
Who's somebody you really, really like?
Would it be a group or
I don't
a
care.
main person?
Who's somebody you really like?
I really like Casting Crowns.
Okay, I've never heard them.
They are a contemporary.
Christian.
Yeah, never heard
Christian
them.
Oh,
yeah.
you love Casting Crowns. I
Wow.
think. Great lyrics.
Well, I'm going to recommend Lucy take you on a day trip. Miss Brenda Lee is going to be at Hiawassee at the Mountain Fair. And it is a trip. Do you know who Brenda Lee is?
Rocking around.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Christmas tree.
She's about, what, 4'10"?
Yeah.
Yeah, about tiny little thing,
Little
kind of like
dynamite.
you. And she's a little bitty thing, but she has this big voice
Huge
coming out of
voice.
this little tiny
Yep.
body. And I want you, Lucy, this is your job. This is your mission, should you accept. Your mission is to take Crystal, and let's see if we can get her to get to listen to this little tiny person standing on stage who comes out with this bellowing voice. She is amazing.
She can sing.
She can
Still
sing.
can sing.
And when is this?
This is going to be in July. I'll have to look at the date. It's last of June, 1st of July. It's at the Hiawassee Fair. But it is, I haven't seen her.
Sounds like fun to me.
Oh, it would be so much fun. And to hear this little tiny voice, this big, huge voice come from this little tiny woman. She's been singing, Bill, what, 50 years?
At least, maybe 60.
At least 50 years, because she's in her early 60s. But she started singing at about 10 years old and just is dynamite. Wasn't that her name?
Little Dynamite.
Little Dynamite.
Little Dynamite.
Yeah, so Crystal, we're going to change you. You're going to become Little Dynamite number 2, because you're little and you're getting that big voice out there and you're sharing with everybody. So I want you to go home today and I want you to get on your computer and find Miss Brenda Lee. And you listen to her music. Now she's a little country, a little rock and roll.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
pretty much
like
how
a
you
mix.
describe her? Yeah. Yeah, but she does this song that I love and it's called As Usual. The sun comes up and brings the dawn as usual. I awake and find you gone as usual. It's a little bit of a downer, but then she'll come back with a rock and roll song, and it'll it's a little bit of a blend, but I think you'll like her music. So I'm going to recommend 3 people I want you to listen to. Aaron Tippin, good guy, really good guy who does songs about America. And his guitar has American flag on it, so you'll love that. And then Earl Thomas Conley, who does songs about life. You know, he does songs about life. What's the one he did with Keith Whitley, Brotherly Love?
I think so.
Brotherly Love. Keith Whitley died just after they recorded this from alcohol poisoning. So, and Brenda Lee, who does those cool songs that little tiny, she's like her, little tiny body, and you're getting that big sound out. So I want to encourage
But
you.
you can skip the Loretta Lynn and the George Jones
No,
stuff.
no, Crystal, you need to listen to
I'm more of a Brad Paisley, Rascal Flatts.
I love Brad Paisley.
Yeah, me too. But now, Lucy, that's a trip for her. That would be a lot of fun for her to get to hear live Brenda Lee.
That sounds like fun
Because
to me.
she really is is she about 4'10"?
She might not even be that tall.
No, yeah, I mean,
Depends on if
like
she's
the
got her shoes
littlest
on or
person
not.
in the world steps on stage. And it's like, you know, Dolly Parton is little and she has this voice and all that kind of stuff. But Brenda Lee is little and she has this huge voice.
She's a really powerful
Very
energy.
powerful, yes.
That's
yes.
what
And
I
I
would
think
say
Crystal
about
could
her.
learn from that energy. You know, she's a bundle of dynamite. So now, Crystal, you have a new name. Dynamite number 2.
I like that name.
I think it works for you.
It does, really.
It does. Now, what do you do to stay busy, Crystal? What do you do for the day? What's your day like?
Usually I just do like home stuff, like, you know, wash the dishes or clean up or.
Do you have an apartment here?
I do.
Okay. So you pretty much live by yourself, take care of yourself, hang out with this sweet lady. That's enough.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
She keeps me busy, so I don't have to worry about.
Right. How many of the little boggins have you made for soldiers?
Oh gosh, I lost count a long time ago.
Do you want to encourage people to do for the soldiers? Can we encourage folks to bring boxes? We've only got a couple of minutes, and I've got a couple of birthdays I've got to get in. But Crystal, is it important to you that we continue to do the packages for the soldiers?
Absolutely.
Well, we want to encourage folks. Anytime you shop, pick up a little something extra. We've showed you the things. We've given you a list of what needs to be done, but continue to do that because it's very important to Lucy and to Crystal.
and if you like to crochet, make them. They love
The
having
boggins.
something homemade. It doesn't have to be a boggin and a letter. I think just a
very
handwritten
important.
letter, and you can get names. Just call Jessie at Ronnie Thompson's, and she has the names of people who are currently deployed. You know.
That's a great idea. Or go by Ronnie Thompson and get to know those nice folks and ask them, what can you do to volunteer? Maybe you can write some of the package labels so Lucy won't have to do them all. I've got a couple of birthdays we need to get in. Miss Ruby Ridings, happy birthday, 90 years
90.
old. Called in by May Deaton, 90 years old on May the 10th. And to Brenda Thurman, happy birthday from sisters Lisa and Janie. Happy, Janie or Jamie? Ooh, can't tell. What do you think?
Looks like Janie to me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Miss Brenda Thurman. You will go in our birthday drawing. You know what happens when time flies, when we're having fun? It's one of those things. We got to go. We got to say something we never say on ETC. I love you, Lucy Harris. I do
love
what I
you,
can.
Cherie.
13
That's right.
hugs. Thank you very much. Stay busy, stay focused, and keep that girl. Let's encourage that girl.
Lots of love around
Little
here.
dynamite. There you go.
Yep.
Thank you for being here today. I needed to see you.
Cherie.
Thank you. From North Georgia Now Today, I'm Cherie Martin.
And I'm Strawberry Martin.
P.S. Strawberry Market and Betty Gibbs, I'm bringing your strawberries. We will be at the community meal today. Please come and join us. It will remain at the Nifty 50. Everything is working fine, and we will continue to feed, fellowship, and food. That's what it's all about. Come and join us today at 4 o'clock at the Nifty 50 for the community meal in McKaysville. I'll be there, and you be there too. I'll be there today, tomorrow, and all through Friday, Monday through Friday, only on ETC 3, 8:30 to 10. You be here, and we'll be here too. Bye-bye.
Till I reach shore, there with him to stay. I know that he'll keep me, so I just need